problem set for Bitcoin dot Bitcoin price. So this is the problem statement. Implement a program that expect the user to specify as a command line argument the number of Bitcoins that they like to buy. And if the argument cannot be converted to a float, the program should exit via sys.exit with an error message. Query the API, the given one, and which will return a JSON object, and the nested key is the current price of Bitcoin as a float. Now be sure to catch any exceptions, and the output should be the current cost of n Bitcoins, whatever Bitcoin you enter as command and argument, and the output should be up to 4 decimal places and using a 1000 separator as a comma. So you can see the demo here. No command line argument, it's missing command line argument. Command line argument is not a number, this is another error message. And otherwise, it should give you the price multiplied by the value that is given by the user. So these are the error messages that should be thrown when you don't enter a command line argument. If you put an invalid command line argument, this should be the one, and otherwise you should be giving a multiply, like the current price multiplied by the number that is given by the user. Let's get started. You need API query, so you will be needing a request library, then a sys library for the other messages. So it's the command and argument that we're talking about, sys.argv, and always it's the any command line argument entered by the user will be the first one, or the index will be the 1, 0th one will be the name of the program. So this is the one that the user will be entering. So we need to catch an exception if it's missing or if it's invalid, so we need to have a try. So this needs to be whatever is being entered, it should be converted into a float, and if it's not a valid number, it will throw a value error, and it should exit with the message command line argument is not a number. Now if you miss the command line argument, it will be an index error, and then you should exit with missing command line argument. So let's test that. Should be it's missing command line arguments, and if I say whatever command line argument is not a number, so those two are satisfied. Now you need to query the API. So for that I would need the argument stored in a variable named now, and I need to call the request library to query the API. So for that I would need the API to be stored in a variable. It's as per convention, it's always used as URL, so let's use that, and then we would get a response equal to request dot get URL. Now once you get this response, I can convert it into JSON to get the content, and it will be something like this. To a pretty print. So you can see that the API returns the data in this format, and it's again a dictionary. So time is a a key value pair here. There's a dictionary inside that. Then there is a key, a value, key, a value. Next is BPI. Inside there is, it's a nested key. So BPI USD rate would give the price of one Bitcoin in USD. BPI USD rate, which means now you have data. Under this data, you need to get the BPI USD rate. This will give you the current price. So let's say it's price underscore USD equal to this. So let's see whether this is correct or not. So current so it throws the it shows the price of one Bitcoin. Now we need to convert this. This is a string with a comma. We need to convert it. So let's do a replace. And then do a convert into float. Now let's display. It shows, now this is a float data type. Let's clear this. And what is the number of Bitcoins that the user has entered? We need to multiply it with the price. So let's say price underscore n underscore Bitcoin equal to num multiplied by price USD. This will give you the better price. But now the output should be formatted in such a way that you should have 4 decimal places and 1,000 separator. So let's try displaying in an F string this price. So we do have another print somewhere. Okay, this is, yeah. Yeah. You can see this is coming up, but then you need to have, like, this is only 3 decimal places. There is no dollar sign in front. There is no 1,000 separator. So we need 3 formatting that needs to be done on this. So you need to have a dollar sign in front of it, so which means you need to put it over here. Then the easiest way to have decimal places is like 0.4f. So let's try the dollar sign and the 4f, 4 decimal places. So you can see there are 4 decimal places and a dollar sign. Then another thing that I saw is that how to put the 1,000 separator is just to have like a comma here, like a after colon you need to have a comma. That means it will put the 1,000 separator. So you can see that the 1,000 separator is also showing up here. Now let's do the check 50. That is done in CS50 assignments. So yeah, it's all green, which means it was all passed. So that is how this can be resolved.